What's up, guys? It's your girl, Dedicated Diva, and I am back once again with another video. Now, this is slightly different because I'm gonna bring you all a podcast. Now, I wanted to start these podcasts because it's basically my view, my perception on working from home. It's my job and personal experience. And so I just felt like if I started getting this out to you guys won't have this feeling of not knowing what it feels like to work from home, basically. I had a couple people to email me, and one email had so many questions in it, I didn't even know where to start on trying to answer the questions. So, this will be this podcast will be very short, and it will be about my first experience in working from home. Now, working from home, guys, is not that different than going out and going to work. You have to do your job. Wherever you are hired at, you have to do that job to the best of your abilities. That will never change anywhere. And no one told me that. I thought work from home job meant you get to work from home. You can do what you feel like doing. You can pick up the telephone whenever you feel like picking it up. And guys, that's exactly what I done. Now, my first position, it was with a company working with answering various inbound calls. I'm gonna put it like that, so I won't say the name. And guys, I would grab all overnight shifts. Now, at that time, I was like the overnighter. I could stay up. It didn't matter what time it was. I never got sleepy. But after, the calls kind of slowed down overnight. They stayed steady, but they slowed down just a tad bit. I thought that I would be smart enough to start taking phone calls in the morning time. Now, guys, to this day, with 2 kids, I am still not a morning person. I am very productive, but the morning time is just not my time. Guys, I actually took those hours, and you could plan your schedule, I think, 2 weeks ahead of time. So I had some overnight and I had some in the morning. Guys, when I tell you those morning calls kicked my behind. And I thought since it was a work at home job and I was doing so good overnight, the whole house was quiet. At the time I stayed with my parents, I felt like, okay, I got this. So when they get up, go to work, that's when I get up, start work. Guys, I was so sleepy. When I tell you guys, I would literally answer the phone with sleep in my voice. I would some of the calls I wouldn't even answer at all. Some of the calls, when you pick up the telephone, you're supposed to say hello. This is whatever agent name that they used at the time. And I would even answer saying, hello, who is this? And it got so bad to the point to where they actually called me into this little meeting room, and they told me, like, if I hear you say hello, who is this, one more time, or we can hear this sleep in your voice one more time, so we're gonna let you go and you can never work for this company again. Now, guys, this was over 18 years ago. Don't you know I applied for this company maybe a year or so ago and have forgot about all of that, and they actually still kept the calls. They still had all written down everything. Companies do not forget what's going on. Most work at home companies keep great records. When I tell you guys, they had a point for everything that I did wrong, the day that I did it wrong, the recording, guys. They even changed the name of the company and they still had this. So I'm just telling you guys that that was my personal experience. The first time I ever started working from home, I would say this happened over the course of that particular incident where I wanted to work in the morning, that happened over the course of a week. But I had been working for them for almost a year and a half, I would say, and they let me go and didn't think about it. The pay wasn't that great, but at least it was, I was getting paid something. But needless to say, I took what everyone else said. A work at home job is not really a job. And I got fired in a good 16 years later. I reapplied and they still had it on their file. And that made me think about all of the rest of the jobs that I had applied for. Was it some way that they could actually see all that? And so it was just something that was funny to me, guys. But whenever you're applying to work from home, make sure that it's something that you want to do. A work at home job is, in fact, a job. After that, I had some slip ups, which you all will find out later in the upcoming weeks, but it was never a slip up like that again. And oh my God, I have so many more stories, but just stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I will be back next week with more stories.